Hello everyone, how we doing today? Do you like my Scentsy shirt? I absolutely love all of the shirts that I get from American Hero Clothing, and that way I can advertise Scentsy while I'm out and about. Anyway, today I am going to be doing a look that's actually been really requested. It's kind of like a very natural, there's not too much going on here look, but natural looks never get old and never go out of style. So that is what I'm going to be doing for you today. It's not necessarily going to be like a no makeup look. There's still going to be like some enhancements. It's just not going to be super colorful or super smoky or dark. It's going to be very minimal, very natural. So, as always, I'm going to start with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and I am going to prime my eyes for eyeshadow. And if I can get this to come out, there we go. A super tiny bit of this goes a very long way, so whenever I pump it, I try to do it very lightly so I don't waste a ton of product. So then I'm going to grab my Sweet Peach palette again, and I'm going to take my fluffy brush. This is actually the only brush I'm going to use to do my entire eye look. That's how simple it's going to be. I'm going to grab my White Peach shadow again, and just kind of set my eye primer like so. Just so everything else blends nicely and it doesn't stick too much to the concealer. And then I'm going to take this Peaches and Cream shade right here, and I'm just going to kind of pop that in the crease. Right there. And take that kind of high up, but I don't really have to be super precise with this. Like I said, there's not going to be a whole lot going on here, so not a whole lot of skill or precision is needed to do this look. If you can do just basic blending with a brush and have like a minimal amount of patience, you can do this look. So there, just make sure that's all blended. And then I am going to mix Puree and Summer Yum. See, even a basic look I can't do without using this Puree shade. It's just the perfect, like, natural brown. And I'm just going to kind of mix those two together, tap off the excess. This is going to give me still some warmth and some dimension to my eyes, because like I said, we're not like trying to cover up necessarily the fact that we're wearing makeup. It's just, it's going to be a lot more natural, a lot less going on, and it's going to look a lot more basic, which this is perfect to do if you are like running out the door for school or running out the door for work, or maybe if your workplace doesn't want you to wear too much makeup. This way you can look put together and look like you tried, but not look too made up to the point where it may make you uncomfortable depending on the setting you're in. Or if you're just someone who's just starting out with makeup and doesn't really know where to start or is uncomfortable wearing a lot of makeup, you should be very comfortable wearing this look. So that's all we're going to do for the eyes, and now we're going to move on to the face. I'm not going to do any eyeliner or anything. Like I said, this is very basic. So I'm going to take my Becca Backlighting Primer again, and I'm actually going to mix this into my foundation, and I'm going to use the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. I'm not actually sure whether to classify this as a BB cream or as a like sheer coverage foundation, because it does come in several shades, and typically BB creams have a more limited shade range because you don't really need too many shades with how sheer of coverage they provide. But this one does come in a lot of shades, and it goes on like a sheer to medium buildable foundation. So I'm going to mix that in with my Becca primer, and I do this because the primer will prime the skin while still giving some radiance and some life to the face, and that way you can kind of get both birds in one step. So there's going to be fewer steps to this look, and this is kind of for consolidation purposes, and also because this is a lighter foundation than the Too Faced Born This Way that I've been using, it's not as easy to layer it. So it's, I think, better to mix it in because it is sheer and it's going to shine through a lot more or a lot better than it would with the Too Faced Born This Way. That one's better for just kind of layering it on top. Whereas you see, this is kind of evening out my skin. It's kind of taken away some of the redness, but I mean, it still looks like skin. It's not quite as like airbrush flawless, although I do really love the natural finish that this gives. As, say, like my Born This Way is, or like my MAC Studio Fix is. It's going to be just kind of look like skin, look very evened out, very, very, very just kind of enhanced. And I got some eyelashes on my eye. Can't get it. Alright, so this is going to bug me. There we go, I think. No. This brush is shedding bristles like crazy, and I'm always getting like hair and bristles on my face. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now that my foundation is done, I'm going to go in with powder again. And this will again mattify my face, but that's okay because I am going to give some life back to it with bronzer and blush and setting spray and all those other things. So I'm going to tap some powder into the cap, and again, you're going to use a very tiny amount because the more you use, the more it will mattify your face. Unless you want to be super matte. If that's the case, then load this powder up. Or if you only get oily in certain areas and you don't need powder all over your face, or you're not like applying makeup down here, then you could just apply powder in your T-zone and call it good, if that's all you need. But I'm going to be putting bronzer and blush on my cheeks as well, so I want to make sure that that blends nicely. So there's powder. And then next I'm going to go in with bronzer. I am actually going to go in with my Hoola bronzer by Benefit because this is a nice matte bronzer and it's not too warm, not too cool, and it's also not too dark. So I'm going to go in with this, and you want to choose a matte bronzer for days when you want to be kind of natural, only because you just kind of want to warm up the skin as opposed to like give it a lot of shimmer and glitter, because glitter and stuff on your forehead and other places that you bronze doesn't look natural. I mean, it can look really nice, but if you're going for a natural look, I would not recommend that. So I'm just going to kind of blend this in. This is a super pigmented bronzer, so a little bit's going to go a long way, and make sure you blend, blend, blend. And I'm going to blend that into my other cheek and just kind of make sure it's nice and seamless. And then I'm going to take the excess product and blend like down on my chin, down around my mouth, and make sure everything is nice and blended and nothing is harsh, like that. And then I'm going to take my blush. This is the Unique Minerals Moodstruck blush. This is my favorite blush to use for like a natural look. And why is my brush breaking? It's a Morphe brush. It's not supposed to break. And this, again, I've had this for so long and it hasn't gone bad, and look at how much I still have. And I've been doing the natural look a lot lately. So I'm going to take just a little bit on this brush, and when you're selecting a blush, you want to, like that. When you're selecting a blush for a natural look, you want something matte because you don't want anything too glittery or shimmery. And then like that. And you want something kind of light in color. You don't want anything too over the top dark or anything like that. So next I'm going to do some white eyeliner, and I'm going to do white because it does kind of open your eyes up, make you more look more fresh and awake without without looking too unnatural. So I'm just going to take this and go right on my waterline. And this is a really great trick if like you didn't get much sleep last night and you have to run out the door for school or run out the door for work. Just kind of stick some white eyeliner in your waterline, will make you look a lot more fresh and awake. So there's that. And then I'm going to do my brows. do my same unique Moodstruck brow palette like I always do, and my trusty brow brush. I need some more of this brow powder. I'm running out, although I'm very impressed with how long it's lasted me, considering I use it literally every time I do any makeup whatsoever. Because if I am not going to do anything else, I will do foundation, brows, setting spray, and mascara. Like, if I'm going to break it down to 4 products or less, those are the 4 I'm going to do. And I'll just kind of fill those in. Alright, and then next I'm going to do my setting spray before mascara. And again, I'm going to use my Tarte Ready Set Radiant Spray, and this is going to kind of just add some life back to my face because the powder did kind of mattify it, and also we're using matte bronzers and matte blushes. So we're just going to add a little life back. So again, you're going to spray in an X motion and a capital T. And then I am going to take my Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Mascara. I am going to use this instead of my Too Faced Better Than Sex because this one's not quite as dramatic, but it still makes the lashes look very defined, very much longer, and it still does give them more volume. Like so. And then I'm going to take that and go on this eye. And now I'm going to do my bottom lashes because, like I have said before, if you're going to do white eyeliner, then you definitely want to coat your bottom lashes with mascara so that it doesn't wash them out. And I just kind of stamp the mascara wand on my lashes. Like so. And then last I'm going to finish up with my lips. I am going to go in with the Bare Minerals lipstick in the shade Tutu. This is just a very basic nude. It's right there. And then I'm going to finish it off with the Unique Lucrative lip gloss in the color Luxe, which is just basically like a pinky nude neutral, and it's really all you're going to want to do for like a natural look, although you really could pair any look with any lip with this. But I'm going to keep it nice and nude and neutral. So put this on like that. And just take the lip gloss and put that over it. This is probably one of my, not even one of this is my favorite lip gloss from Unique, and it is their most neutral shade. But it is my favorite. So, with that, this look is complete. Like I said, very simple, easy breezy, quick. If you just need to get ready for school, get ready for work, get ready to go run errands, this look will definitely work for you. So, with that, I hope that this series of videos was helpful if you own the Too Faced palette, if you are thinking about buying the Too Faced palette. And like I said, creativity is one of those things where the sky is the limit. Just because these are the 4 looks I came up with and wanted to share does not mean that these are the only looks that you can do. The sky is the limit, and this is a very nice palette, so if you are thinking of buying it, I would probably take the plunge and just go get it, because it's a very nice, versatile palette. As you can see, I did 4 very different looks with it. So with that, I hope this was helpful. I hope this somehow served you, and I am going to get ready for the rest of my day. Thank you. Bye-bye.